Singularity Net. Is all the recent hype worth it? Well, Singularity Net is a project that is focused on using blockchain to help democratize and decentralize the development and the use of artificial intelligence. Okay, they aim to reunite a lot of projects that are interested in developing AI services that go accordingly to these principles of democratization, decentralization, and inclusiveness, okay, and transparency as well, and make those services available through blockchain so that everyone can participate and so that all the parties can easily assess the service in a trustless and even verifiable way through the use of blockchain technology. Okay, they are also funding a lot of projects developing valuable AI services to join their ecosystem, and all the transactions and everything will be powered by their own native token, that is Agix token, that has had recently a considerable price rise, okay, price increase. And also they want to use all that work that is being created by the partners, by the projects developing in the ecosystem of Singularity Net, and together create artificial general intelligence that is a superior kind of artificial intelligence that arises from all these services sharing data from all their work and all their users between each other, and getting more capacities and more capabilities for this general artificial intelligence. Okay, it might seem spooky, but it's a very interesting project run by some very intelligent minds, and that seems to have a huge potential to disrupt both the AI sector and the blockchain sector. So it's definitely a project that you should not sleep on. Please remember that nothing in this video is financial advice, only educational content. And going to the content, we are talking today about Singularity Net, a very exciting AI project, okay? AI and blockchain project as well, okay? And as you can see here, Singularity Net is a centralized AI marketplace that runs on blockchain technology, and that also aims to create artificial general intelligence (AGI), that is a form of artificial intelligence that is democratic, decentralized, and inclusive, and that basically ends up combining a lot of capacities from AI services. Okay, AI services that will be available through the platform of SingularityNet, through the marketplace of SingularityNet, and where these AI services can in fact exchange information between themselves to evolve. Okay, and yeah, so basically the goals of AGI is actually having different artificial intelligences communicating between each other, sharing data in order to develop faster. Okay. Well, here, as you can see here, SingularityNet also intends to use blockchain to make sure that the development of artificial intelligence is more democratic, decentralized, and inclusive, and that everyone can participate and give their input, and that the artificial intelligence that are being developed here in SingularityNet and in these platforms and in the ecosystem of SingularityNet are not partial. They don't censor any kind of opinions. They don't benefit one opinion against the other. They are in fact a reflection of the diversity of opinions, the diversity of beliefs we have in society, and where nobody is censored at the end of the day, and the artificial intelligence takes the input. Okay, and this is something that doesn't happen in a lot of companies from artificial intelligence, and that is a big problem. That is basically the artificial intelligence that is being developed by certain companies reflects the principles of these companies, the principles of its creators, or even the principles of the people in the govern right now. Okay, so right now, if you have, for example, the example of Chat GPT, there is something that people are using a lot. It has a lot of censorship. Okay, and there are a lot of topics that it has a very politically correct opinion, kind of, and it's more I would say, left wing kind of socialist ideology in terms of the questions that are answered. And that's not because that's the right thing, it is simply because that was the kind of information it was fed. These kind of AI technologies will create their insights and their intelligence from the data they are given. So it's very important to give them unbiased data, as much as possible, and data that it reflects as much as possible the society. And that's one goal that, in my opinion, is very positive that this project has. Okay. And for that and for the whole technology and to have more transparency, they will also use blockchain, which I think is very positive, and it's something you don't need to trust. You can verify it. This is also very valuable because of the open source part of the development of artificial intelligence and artificial general intelligence that I think will allow for a lot of breakthroughs through the collaboration of these different companies and these different developers and all the people interested in this kind of artificial intelligence development for the good, for the community, with transparency and positive goals at the helm. Singularity Net, in my opinion, is revolutionary because up till now, there's no platform for AI to communicate with each other, share data, and request for specific inputs or compensate each other, or even rank their performance. And yeah, with Singularity Net, you can do all of that with their marketplace software. And yeah, nothing that is being built is restricted to any kind of countries or goals from companies or even goals from non-elected organizations like the World Economic Forum, for example. It's something that will be built in a decentralized way by the people and taking on the inputs that are out there given by the people to create a more fair and impartial kind of artificial intelligence, and not an artificial intelligence that will try to instead guide people or provide people with a certain ideology, especially because artificial intelligence will be much quicker giving answers, much quicker solving problems than many of the humans. So at some point, humans can kind of look at it and think, well, this artificial intelligence is much faster, it knows everything, so I'll just ask him the things, and what it says to me, it's the truth, it's a reality, and it cannot be questioned. And if we come to that point, that's very dangerous to have a artificial intelligence that is in fact not impartial and that has a specific ideology and was created with a purpose behind it. Well, what is Singularity Net and what kind of technology it has? We'll dive deeper into that further down this video. But basically, Singularity Net is a network of AI services that can be acquired through the blockchain, and developers of AI services can publish their services in the marketplace that Singularity Net has developed, and anyone can, in fact, go to that marketplace and acquire them through the blockchain and using the Agix token at a price that is, of course, set by the developer of this product. Okay, and besides that, there are all the other part where the developers are actually sharing knowledge and working with each other to create better products and better AI. Okay, we have here the artificial intelligence side. We have the AI marketplace and the AI publisher. Okay, here in terms of artificial intelligence, the marketplace is based on blockchain and should facilitate trustless and automated transactions between parties. Okay. Besides this, the Agix token will pay for the transactions, but there is also a fiat ramp for people to buy services through the platform using fiat, using PayPal. Okay, this is good in terms of decreasing the barrier to entry for people outside the crypto industry to actually use this kind of services, this kind of product and artificial intelligence. So makes the barrier to entry for new people much simpler, but it's not great in terms of the token, the Agix token, because I think having to buy the Agix token to actually purchase these services is a great driver for demand for the Agix token. And unfortunately, if you have a fiat on ramp, it might be easier for people to just get the fiat. So maybe it's important for them to try to create some incentives to actually purchase things and use the Agix token inside the platform. I think that would be pretty valuable. Besides that, in the marketplace, there are some free APIs, or some a lot of services where you can try a little bit, and then after a certain amount of usage, you need to pay. So that's very interesting to open the doors of AI to many users that might actually get benefits from using it on a day-to-day basis, or even in their businesses. And then, of course, there is also a wide sample of services, from image manipulation to even things more spooky like gene sequencing, and much more. And it's very easy for people to install and use it in their business. So it's something that ends up being very positive, as it makes it easier for people to connect with AI. And as AI developer, it's very good because you can publish your services, you can monetize your services, and also in the AI publish, you have access to a wide range of AI capabilities and a wide range of support for you to develop your product at each stage of the process. So you're well taken care of, and that's very important and attractive for developers in such an innovative environment, I would say. Okay. Then we also have here the AI domain specific language. Now, this is a service that is not available right now, will be available in a future phase of the platform. It's a service that allows to combine and create workflows of a lot of services, of a lot of fitting services combined together to complete a task. Okay, so basically, you have several AI services and you want to complete a given task. You can say what kind of task you want to complete, and an AI will, in fact, create a workflow of the several different services you need to actually complete the task you inserted. In this case, the services are chosen considering several metrics like cost, speed, reliability, like a reputation service for the AI services that are provided, that are at the end of the day evaluated by the users. Okay, then we also have here the Agix token, where we have Agix staking and bridge. Okay, we'll dive deeper later into the advantages of being an Agix holder, but in terms of the benefits or the technology that is related with the token, you have the staking functionality. Okay, where you can stake your Agix for sessions. These sessions last about 30 days, and at the end of the session, you can decide whether you want to withdraw your token or you want to keep staking to keep earning the reward. Okay, right now staking, it's only for Ethereum tokens, it's not available yet in Cardano, but in the future it will be. And then they also have the bridge, where you can transfer the tokens, the Agix tokens, between the different networks where Agix is located. Agix is a token that is currently on Ethereum and Cardano, and this bridge allows you to exchange this token, but also exchange the NTX token. That is a token from Nunet. That is a project that belongs to the ecosystem of projects that are under the Singularity Net. And in fact, we'll go through this ecosystem with a lot of projects developing very interesting services in terms of AI and publishing those services in the Singularity Net platform. Then we also have the Open-Cog Hyperon. Okay, Hyperon maybe. Who knows? This is a more complicated service. It will implement a complete and scalable and open source general artificial intelligence, okay, based on the strategies that were created by the service providers. So based on all the services and best services, the AI services that are provided in this platform, the goal is to create this general artificial intelligence, okay, in an open source kind of basis, where you can see all the tech that is being developed, and you can see you don't need to trust, you can verify everything and verify its transparency, its fairness, and all the inputs that this artificial intelligence is getting, okay, and how that will influence its behavior. Now, this is kind of a evolution of Open-Cog that is already a project or a community, I would say, that has been developed by the CEO of Singularity Net, Ben Gorzo, But in this case, it will use the blockchain to actually decentralize the architecture of Open-Cog and make things more trustless and verifiable through the use of blockchain. This is a more complex idea that I could dive deeper, and maybe I will in some other video. But if you want to know more about it, I'll leave the link to the Open-Cog organization in the description. And in fact, as I told you, I'm thinking about creating a deeper video about this Open-Cog Hyperon, because it's pretty interesting, although not that easy to grasp. So it might be interesting to try to make it as simple as possible. And so don't forget to subscribe, and if that is in fact a video that interests you, please drop a comment, and of course turn on the all the notifications bell, because if you don't, it's likely you can miss that video and other great videos that are to come. After the Open-Cog Hyperon, it's important to see here something very interesting about the Singularity Net project, that is the collaborations. Okay, so the Cardano community recently voted, and they set aside 500,000 USD worth of ADA tokens for funding in Singularity Net and Cardano, which is very interesting. And they also have a project for funding that is called DeepFunding. Okay, and we'll dive deeper into that project later, and combine with that, with this also grant, I would say, from Cardano. There are incredible opportunities to create new projects in the AI world, projects that can in fact contribute to the greater good in a transparent and verifiable way. So some important to also look at some of the advantages of having the Agix token. Okay, right now, as I believe, Agix is also working on tokenomics and developing new things. At least they were looking for a tokenomics expert. But you already have a lot of utility, or a lot of things you can do with the Agix token. Okay, one thing is that you can in fact use this token to acquire the products in the marketplace, and to assess all the AI services, and even for the future autonomous AI interactions, we would say. Then, of course, you have the benefit of being able to participate in the governance and voting process of Agix, okay? So, of Singularity Net at the end of the day. And it's also a multi-chain token. You can choose whether you want to have it on Cardano or Ethereum. If you have your token in Ethereum, you can stake it and get compensated for providing liquidity to the platform. And besides that, you also have the right to ecosystem airdrops, where a lot of projects that come from this ecosystem of Singularity Net will do some airdrops, and 5% of the tokens from these new projects will be distributed, airdropped, I would say, to Agix token holders as a benefit. And in my opinion, a very interesting benefit if you believe in this world of artificial intelligence, especially decentralized artificial intelligence. I do believe this is something you'd love to be a part of. Okay, and here the funding method I was talking about, the deep funding with Agix token. Okay, it's basically a program that Agix has built, where basically you can start your own AI companies and develop services that will be published in the Singularity Net platform, in the ecosystem of Singularity Net. And you're able to get funded, you'll keep your ownership, but you'll also have a lot of support from Singularity Net. They have great experts in artificial intelligence and even in business, and they will give you the support throughout the process to launch your company in a successful way. And then besides that, you can also use the Singularity Net platform to monetize your services, and you'll be contributing in an indirect way to the general artificial intelligence that AGI is trying to create. Okay, this deep funding program is made with 30% of all the tokens that have been minting for Agix, that were on the Cardano blockchain, that were devoted to this initiative of deep funding. And this is just the start. They plan to do much larger deep funding pools in the future. So there is a lot to actually unpack here. And this will help create a stronger ecosystem. It will help fund a lot of projects that want to develop AI. And in fact, it's very positive for the marketplace in itself because there will be more products available and hopefully also better products available. Going down, we can take a look at the team. Okay, we'll dive into the team later. It's a very interesting team, and we also have here the blog and the partners. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at the team and the partners here. Okay, about Singularity Net. Here we have the team with Ben Gorzo and David Anson and everyone. But first, we'll look at the partners, okay? With the partners, we see several companies here. We have Cardano that has in fact funded the help funded programs and just partners in the ecosystem of Singularity Net, so a very valuable partner. You have Anson Robotics, that is a company that is developing Sophia, that robot with artificial intelligence that is extremely intelligent. You also have so many interesting things. You have M Labs, that is a company that's one of the best developers in Cardano, consultant for development, so really good in terms of the blockchain side of the game. You have a company that uses GameFi content, for example, that is Inkling Origins. You have Cisco, very known and large giant in terms of communications, a huge communications company. You have Cozy, they are developing Jet and they are in fact launching Jet very soon. And if you want to know how Jet works, I'll just leave a video up above for you to check it out. And you also have Binance, for example, Connect, where they are working with bridges and Singularity Net platform. You know, we have a bunch of things here. Smart places that are developing um, artificial intelligence, social media, the next generation of social media on Cardano. So some very, very interesting projects. Okay, there is more. You know, besides all these projects, they have an ecosystem. Okay, here with a lot of projects that are in fact building on Singularity Net. You know, these projects are in fact putting the services that we are acquiring through Singularity Net. And there are some really awesome projects. Okay, you have projects here like Singularity DAO, that is a decentralized portfolio management protocol. You have Rejuve AI, that is a decentralized network of researchers and clinicians on longevity. But you also have like NuNet, that creates a decentralized infrastructure for computing power and storage through the use of blockchain. Sophiaverse, that is NFT based gameplay that wants to be a metaverse in the future. You have an Awakening Health, that is a company that is basically developing AI robotic solutions. You also have your Jam Galaxy, that creates AI music tools for artists. Mindplex, here, that is a decentralized media platform, you know, that connects customers directly with content creators. You have True AGI, that on their side they are focusing on commercialization of artificial general intelligence, especially to businesses and enterprise customers. You know, we have TVI protocol here, for example, that are basically, yeah, you can train your digital twin to do the work for you. That's crazy when you think about it, but extremely useful. And you have like Cogito, that is using, or Cogito, not sure how it how it's said, that just uses artificial intelligence and leverages it to actually track synthetic indices. Okay, but finally, like in any other project, it's super important to take a look at the team. Okay, and here at the team, we have a foundation board with some interesting members, uh, like Dr. Ben Gortel, Casio Penachin, David Lake, Ugudileva. We have here our executive team that is full of great minds, really interesting people, and we also have our founders, the founding team of this project, that is pretty incredible. Okay, we cannot dive deeper into all of these because if we do, I do think this video will be too long and you guys won't see it, but we'll dive deeper into the two founders, that are Dr. Ben Gortzel and Dr. David Anson. Okay, and coming here to Ben Gortzel, Ben Gortzel is a guy with huge experience. Okay, huge experience. Chairman of Open-Cog Foundation, chairman of Artificial General Society. He was chief scientist in several companies. Okay, like Anson Robotics, for example, Mose Health, working in artificial intelligence. He has published so many things in terms of artificial intelligence. And he also has some experience as CEO in two different companies for 9 years each. So it's certainly someone with a huge background and someone with a great mind, always working in the development of artificial intelligence, and with the OpenCog, for example, always pushing artificial intelligence further and pushing open source work and contribution from the artificial intelligence community. And I think it's one of the best minds and most intelligent minds of our time. So it's certainly very good to see someone like this trying to build a project that is super ambitious, because it's someone who has the necessary skill set and experience to actually be at the helm of such an ambitious project. Okay, and then we also have here David Anson, another person with a great experience in robotics and artificial intelligence. Is the CEO and owner of Anson Robotics, the company that has basically built the robot Sophia, a robot with artificial intelligence that just talks like a human, even has facial expressions. It's really interesting to see. There are plenty of videos. I might even drop one of these videos of Sophia in the comments. It's really astonishing technology. And yeah, besides that, founder of and CEO of Human Emulation Robotics, he's being a part of Singularity Net initiative for awakening machines. It's someone who has a huge experience in robotics and in AI world. So certainly two individuals with the best skill set to actually get this done. Okay, in terms of Agix token, important to note here. That this token has been trading for a while, as you can see here. It's a token that has run around like 20 20 cents and 40 and 0.04 cents during the bear market, but it had an incredible rally right now. And yeah, it just added at 23 cents at some point. Now it's at 16 cents, but still incredible rally, and all-time highs have been achieved. It's certainly a new token, a very volatile token, and we never know what's going to happen with it. So please be careful before investing in anything, and please do your own research. On my side, what I enjoy the most about this project is decentralized, open source. It's trying to create something that, in fact, is diverse and represents all the population without, in fact, doing judgments or trying to convince someone that one ideology is better than the other. Okay, and that is artificial intelligence that doesn't have an hidden agenda. It's trying to be trustless, it's trying to be transparent, it's trying to be verifiable, it's trying to be open source so that everyone can cooperate and see what's being built, and in fact see if it's positive or not. And at the end of the day, artificial intelligence, as any other technology that we use right now, like cell phones or the internet, it's probably inevitable. And especially considering that they can, in fact, bring benefits. So they can do a lot of things faster than humans and get answers faster than humans. And it will be something we'll likely find ourselves using and being useful, and it's something that we might see in the future even as a source of truth. So it's important that this source of truth is in fact transparent, decentralized, and reliable, and not skewed in any way possible. Of course, naturally, AI, it can be a spooky topic in the sense that you cannot really control what this artificial intelligence will do. It's not like code where everything can be deterministic. You write the code and you know what the code is supposed to do. Here you just feed the data and you teach the AI to better react. And when you decentralize AI like we're doing now, the kind of data and information that is fed into AI is not something you can control. You'll have information coming from all kinds of sides and all kinds of people, and the behavior of the AI will likely be impossible to forecast or to control in any way, and that can open the door to some random and unexpected kinds of reactions and behavior that can be created, and that can be pretty scary to have AI just randomly behaving in a strange way. But on my side, I do believe that having transparency will help with this. I do believe that it's better to have something that is being built by people together, and that is like, at the end of the day, is like a commitment between other people, and not just something that shows the ideologies and the beliefs of the creator, but in fact the beliefs of a set of creators, a set of minds, a set of people that are using this AI that is decentralized, and I think that's overall very positive. Okay, this is not an as in-depth video, okay, as I would like it to be. I still want to talk about some more important topics about AI and AGI. In fact, I would love to show you the actual platform and show you how it works. I would also love to dive deeper in terms of their roadmap and in terms of their tokenomics, and that is in fact what I'm planning to do in the next video. So if that's something you're interested in watching, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on all the notification bells, okay? But until then, as I know you're interested in innovative projects that can in fact revolutionize the cryptocurrency industry and even other industries, take a look at Jet. Okay, Jet is launching right now, or has already launched, depending on the time you're watching this video, and it's a new algorithmic stablecoin that is mathematically proven, and that has a very specific and interesting and innovative mechanism that I just explained to you, and you can watch it, and you should watch it in the next video that is at the end of this page somewhere. So I'll see you there.